world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we are doing the full review on this guy. The Honey Badger Tanto large with the normal FRN handles. I got this one in white and then in HCR13 MOV. Okay. I'm not going to do specs on this thing now. It will be in the description, but you all know it's like, let's just quickly do that. Okay, centimeters, it is 9.5 centimeter blade, 21 centimeters overall. Blade length is 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and then just over 8 inches. And let's check stock on this thing. Okay, this thing is 0.13 inches, which is 3.4 millimeters, about 3.5. Okay. All of this stuff will be in the description. Now, let's do what you all actually wanted to see, the comparisons between the other ones. Okay, this was that limited edition one, the first one that came out with the, what do you call it, G10 scales. And the first one I got in a Tanto. Now it's limited to I don't know how many, but this is number 229. And then this is the D2 one. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. Now, medium. Nothing wrong with the medium. It still fits the hand beautifully. You do not have a choil on this guy. Still fits the hand. And it's a nice knife. It's a nice EDC size. Okay. I do, however, prefer the large one a bit more. Still beautiful grip there, but you have a bit more freedom. Okay, and then of course they all have fantastic, jumping on them. This one is a bit lighter, but this one is good. And then they have jumping over here, they have jumping on the, they have jumping, it's jumped everywhere. Okay, still wonderful knives. Okay, so you can decide, do you like the medium or the large one? Okay, now I prefer the large one, so this one is the only medium size I have. It's also the only one with the DLC coating. Fantastic action on these things. Okay, so let's take that one away. Sorry. Okay, there we go, and it came in a beautiful little pouch. Now, let's move all of these up a bit so I can actually show you. Okay, so here we have our Tanto shape. Now, I really dig this shape. This thing is fantastic. Okay, it's not super thin. It does have a flat grind, so it's not the sliciest knife in the world. It's very pokey, but it's a great work knife. Okay, so like I said, 670 Rand, if I can remember correctly, if you buy it from the knife guy. The knife guy. Okay, which is here in South Africa. So you guys overseas, I think you work through Western Active or whoever. Anyway, that's that one. Then we have this one, the tong. Okay, now the next few knives I'm going to show you were, I modified them quite a lot. Okay, so I etched these bolts looking things into the blade, and I etched the blade. I electro etched all of these things. I brassed or bronzed the hardware with heat. I dyed the scales, and then I slightly sanded them. Same with the pocket clip. Can you see the difference between the bronze brass looking one and the normal silver one? Same with the pivot over there. Anyway, this one has that opening feature and then the sheep's foot blade. Okay. You also get another one which I really want, and it has a normal blade but with the opener at the top. Not that I really want the opener, it's only I want it because I don't have it. Okay, so there we have the opener. Then this was my first, no, that's called the tong, biltong. It's a biltong knife. That's why it has no choil, so when you cut your biltong it doesn't get caught up in it. Okay, then we have this one, which is the normal flipper. Okay, I did electro edge a little Stuff We Do guy on there, and then I dyed the scales, and it looks quite cool in its, I don't know, burgundy color. Okay, Action on these things, as always, fantastic. Then I have this one that I got for Father's Day a few years ago. Black, silver. Okay, this one is actually not modified, except my kids' names are on there. And then also this is the worn cleaver. Okay, so very cool. And then this one. I really enjoy this one. I don't know why. It's a fantastic one. It's not thinner than the rest. It's not sharper than the rest. But it feels more pokey. It feels more slicey. And I think it's because it's orange. Okay. Also HCR. All of these are HCR except for this one I showed you earlier. Let's put that there. Okay. And this is the leaf-shaped one. Okay. This one also, no modifications. Except for on the spine, it says... You see that? Stuff we do. Very cool. Okay. And this one also has lots of jumping over here on the nose, which makes it fantastic. Because you have the choil with the jumping, so you can lean up like that and you have jumping there, there. Okay, so the leaf shape also something to look into if you like it. And like I've showed previously, it's tilted down quite a lot if you look at the profile of the normal flipper one. Okay, can you still see all of them? Yes, you can. Okay, perspective on the camera, this one is not bigger than all of them. It's just, it's further and closer and whatnot. Okay, but loving this thing. Okay, so this thing is fantastic. All of these are fantastic. You cannot go wrong with any of them. Sheep's foot blade is going to suck to cut on a cutting board, but great for utility cuts. The rest of them you can use everywhere. This is pretty much the one-size-fits-all blade shape. Okay, so that's quite nice. I also enjoy that one. But I must say, this one gives me everything. We have a nice straight, as in this one. We have a nice belly, as in these ones. Although it is fatter, at least it's got a very acute bevel over there, it is still quite sharp. Okay, so this thing, fantastic. And as always, now I'm looking for a piece of paper and I do not have it. Whatever. Okay, then I also want to show you this little awesome thing. Okay, now I cannot open it. Oh wait, there we have a place to. Okay, so this little wonderful thing, how cool is that? A honey badger patch. Okay, so that I will put on my, let's see what I have close. My little EDC bag. I did reviews on all of these bags also. Fantastic. Now I look like I'm kitted for action. Okay. So I have a little patch now, which makes me cooler. And then what I actually wanted to show you the other day. Honey Badger started selling, well, they started selling this before in other countries, but now in South Africa, we can buy G10 scales for the Honey Badgers. Now, I quite like this one because it's got a camo pattern on it, and then it's the Jade G10, which means you can dye it. So let's say you want to have red camo, purple camo, blue camo, then you can just dye this thing and you have that. It comes in a lot of different colors, black and whatever, and let me just take out the other one. There's like a dark earth or something, or a drab and a blue and a, I don't know. It comes in a lot of colors. But again, if you feel the one with the G10 and you feel these ones, nothing wrong with these ones, but it does feel a bit cheap. Now, what's nice about these things, they will fit any large honey badger, because honey badgers are just made that fantastically. So you can swap these scales with any of the newer honey badgers. And what I mean by newer is, if you look at the back, you can see that the pocket clip can be swapped over. Can you see that? How do I focus now? Focus. There whatever. Okay, so this thing, you unscrew, you take it out, you put it in that side. This one, you cannot. Okay, so the old ones, You can also see that on the pocket clips. If it says, what does that say? Light optic. Can you see that? Can we focus there? I think it's light optic. Anyway, if it says light optic on there, then it's one of the old ones. And if you see the little badgeridoo on there, then we know it is a new one. Okay, and that means the scales will work on the new ones, but not necessarily on all of the old ones. Okay, because the scales has the cutout on both sides so that we can reverse the clip. Okay, but now I'm not sure on which knife to put this. So you will have to wait until I decide which knife is going to get my new awesome scales, and if we are maybe going to dye them first or just put them on like that. Okay, but we will do that in a separate video. Again, I really enjoy this Tanto shape. I didn't have a lot of Tanto shape knives because I'm not really into that shape. I do have a few knives that has a Tanto shape, but not a very dramatic Tanto. I have that ADV that is a Tanto shape, and I have, what's the other thing? Helix, Concept. That one that is supposedly a Tanto shape. So I enjoy a Tanto shape if it's not too abrupt. You get what I'm saying? The one with the very hard edges, I don't enjoy that much. But this one is just enough to be cool. Do you see there? It's just a bit of a point over there. Okay, so as I said, these things are fantastic. I really love them. Great action, great jumping, great traction. 8CR13 FRN, but for 600 and something rand. For that action alone, it is a bargain. And that is me with my honey badgers today. We will do something cool again tomorrow. Oh yes, and then of course when I'm going to take the thing apart, I can use my new fancy CRKT tool. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye. Okay, today we are going to the, can you see that? Pancake Festival. Ja, alles.